Welcome, everyone, to the Gangstalking Dr. DeShillo podcast. Yeah. We're going to be talking about demonic gang stalking, non-government, demonic, lifelong gang stalking.
But seriously, we're going to be talking about these gang-stalking shills on the internet. So what's the difference between a perp and a shill? So we're all familiar with perps. I don't think we talk enough about these internet shills, in my opinion, that existed long before the gang-stalking program. So a shill is always going to be a big-name person in the community. I mean, it could be for any community. It could be for Flat Earth. It could be for Mandela Effect. Could be for 9/11. A shill is a shill. So I'm going to be naming some names. I don't really call it the perps anymore because, I've done things that made me look like a perp to someone else. Not really in the names of directed conversation but it's just a word that can be thrown out. Now, shill's like a duck. You know what a duck is, man. You know what a shill is. A perp is a one-on-one person. A perp is going to have a YouTube channel. They might not have videos on it. They may have a testimony. They may not. They're more versatile. They're like people. If I was out here like communicating with people, I would call myself a perp. See, the reason why I like strongly stand that I'm not a perp because I've been out here for 3 to 4 years. I haven't sent one email. I haven't asked for one phone number. I don't know who anybody is unless they say their name on their YouTube channel. That just comes with the territory of the internet. You put your name on the internet, people are going to Google you, see if you got a criminal record. Some weird ass people might know where you live and things like that. So I recommend you don't put your name. You can put your face with your YouTube channel for your testimony for gang stalking, but I don't recommend you talk about where you live, who you know. I don't recommend using real names of people. See, people that call me a liar, I've said even before I lied about it, I've said I'm not going to be using real names in the story, and I explained why. So that's not me making up stories. I know people were hacking me the last few years. I may still be hacked. And I'm talking about people active in the YouTube community. We're not talking about just some hidden intelligence officers and private investigators hiring hackers. Like people that pretty much a group of TIs had me hacked and were like fucking mimicking stuff and saying stuff that was happening in my life and on my phone, especially when I didn't have tape over my phone camera. So again, like if I ever said I was lying, I told you a reason why. I've been like pretty honest, but you still shouldn't trust me. I'm a faceless person on the internet. I don't know you. You don't know me. You do your own research. You don't just believe everything I fucking said. You know, through experience. Hold on a second. Something happened earlier, so like I'm on my way to work right now. So I decided to make this podcast, but yeah, like the things I lied about when I told a story like of my ex-girlfriend, I purposely said a fake name. So if someone who hacked me would be like, no, her name wasn't Hannah, it was Michaela. Like they would do stuff like that in the comment section. So also I was kind of paranoid that people were sending stuff to my family. Like they were saying stuff in my comments, basically like, we have you hacked. I do have screenshots of it, but the good juicy screenshots. I had a screenshot of someone saying they're from the Maryland Fusion Center and that my targeting is over and that it's been funny. It was this long, well-written paragraph. It didn't seem like a troll. So basically, that's the type of stuff I may have lied about. People's names. And again, that was to catch people. I wanted people like, oh, you said your sister, but you actually meant your brother. Like they would do stuff like that. That doesn't really happen now, but Again, it was a small group of these fake quote unquote TIs. They all communicate together. They hack other targets and they like blackmail them and shit. And they play games. They're gang stalkers. Like they're perps. Those are perps. This is what a shield. See, that's exactly what a perp is. Here's the shield. Gang stalking, Dr. DeSucco. Dr. DeProcto, as Donovan likes to call him, right? I mean, he it has a good channel. Like, in my opinion, is dying down. It's just like everyone else's channel. I'm sure my channel's dying. He gets a lot of views, and it's organic. He's not paying for it. Okay, because I know all about paying for views, paying for subs, marketing teams. I don't know all about it, but I have a good eye for telling who's an organic channel and who's not. So he has talent, okay? He has natural talent. But gang stalking Dr. De facto was just, oh, it's demonic. So there's these two things that these shows, basically, this is what they do. They have big platforms, and they just, their main goal is to mass brainwash people to say gang stalking isn't happening or it's demonic. It's just not the government, and it's not people. Period. If you hear that type of terminology, that's a shill. Now, on the other end, if you hear someone that thinks everyone's a gang stalker, that they're in a Truman Show, that's like maybe a TI that's maybe going through a gang stalking induced psychosis, maybe going through like a rougher time, and because you go through it, so. You yourself as a TI, you think everyone, like, this is some giant conspiracy. Now, another thing these shows do is not only do they're very vague and they never provide any like hardcore proof of circumstantial harassment. It's always like little things that can look like harassment just to like throw some red meat to the crowd, to the lion's den. These people, gosh, there's always deer, man. 95 deer. Interstate 95 deer. You got to be careful driving by deer because they'll jump in front of your car, obviously. So de facto, right? He just compiles everyone's fucking gang stalking testimony because he talks to all the TIs. This is what they all do. They all have this big open communication line for targeted individuals. So they learn all the intricacies, and they steal a little bit here, steal a little bit there, but they're just vague enough so you can't nail them to any lies. So the fact that, oh, I had a buddy, he'll tell you all these stories of witchcraft. I had a buddy, we used to do witchcraft together, and we used to do drugs together, and we were hanging out with the Satanists, and we were getting gang stalked. Like, it's just all bullshit. Now, another thing these faggots always do is they always put up their faggot-ass Cash App that's from the beginning, middle, and end of their channel. It's always Cash App, GoFundMes, and donations. That's another thing. Okay, you don't think I'm a TI, that's fine. You got to give me the credit that, A, I haven't communicated with anyone. B, I haven't asked for any fucking money, and I've been in real fucking financial trouble. This dude gets a disability check, and hey, that's good for him that he makes. I'm glad he makes money. I'm not hating that he makes money. I think he has some valuable information on how TIs can make money, like that are, the rougher TIs that can't make it. He gets a disability check. He does DoorDash. Like, he's saying he's disabled. He might be, but who knows, man? With these shills, like, who the fuck knows? Is that something to gain sympathy? Okay. So, like, you'll do things like, you throw your Cash App, you do several GoFundMes because your car is being vandalized from the gang stalkers. And you have a profile picture where you have a one eye. You finally put your face on, and when you do put your face, it's a one eye picture. I mean, these people, man, like, they'll tell these stories. Oh, I was in the hospital.
And it was just spooky. The nurses were laughing. And they were dancing around, and they were spinning around. One nurse had orange pigtails and freckles. She just cracked a smile like, you're going to be here for a while.
what he does. It's complete storytelling fiction. Come the fuck on, man. I can't believe as a community we put up with shit like this, man. And then he strings us along. Oh,
Probably open up communication. Have some TIs tell their testimony. Just donate to my Cash App first. Dr. De facto GoFundMe.
and these people are being paid. This guy does direct the conversation. He says it himself. He sounds like a fucking CIA agent pretending to be a fucking handicapped guy. Like, and I don't mean, and again, he always obfuscates from government. I'm gonna tell you firsthand, the government passed laws to allow gang stalking. Let's just start from there. They have laws passed. We have things like the Patriot Act. We have the Brain Initiative, all this human experimentation shit. It's fucking happening, man. Like, I'm gonna tell you guys my updates on my gang stalking, because I'm a real fucking TI. I don't just tell stories and act like stuff happened 50 years ago. Like, come the fuck on. Gang stalking happened for me like everybody else that's on here between the years of 2019 and 2021. That's when the shit started, okay? There were weird things and bad things that's happened all my life that I've never attributed to gang stalking. Like, just terrible fucking things. But when you do your research on other people's testimonies and then all that stuff starts happening to you, then you know it's something. And we're not talking about synchronizations. We're not talking about color patterns and things that can happen naturally anyways, right? We're talking about hardcore gang stalking shit, man. So updates on mine. Like, I get the 666 license plates, right? And I feel like I shouldn't update because it's like updating the people doing the human experimentation. This isn't about, and I'm just speaking for my targeting. There's harassment involved, but I believe this has to do with brain mapping and like reading your brain signals. That's why they are harassing you. And Satanism and stuff. So I'm on 95, it's dark out. I got a little lurker behind me. I hope it's not a cop. Hate that shit. Dude, I'm on, what time is it? It's about 5:30, it's a Sunday. And I hate when people just lurk behind you on 95, man. But anyways, I get the 666 license. You see I get distracted. I don't blame that on the program. I blame that on my fucking ADD that I have, okay? ADHD, ADD, whatever the fuck. So I get the 666 license plate. So at first I thought it was people being hired to do it, right? Now I'm starting to figure out that I'm predicting this shit in my head. I am getting, and it's a voice to skull type of situation of computer data transmission telling me a 66 is coming. So I usually get a couple, on average, I see about one or two a day, right? There are days once in a while where I don't see it. And I'm saying that because it's not statistically possible. Like, you can't go out, I can't even pay you enough to film 666. And then when I go out to look for these license plates, like if I go to a parking lot, I've done it maybe once before, you won't find it. It has to do with some type of brain computer interface. And again, you're going to see that number, but it's not like you see it every fucking day for the rest of your life, just like the other tactics I used to get, right? So all my tactics have to do with, not all of them, but nowadays is license plates. So I'm on 95. I'm like, I'm not going to be driving that day. I was driving back from work and I'm like, I'm going to see a 666 plate. Because I was just thinking, I don't really think about this stuff much. I'm going to be honest with you. I have stuff going on. I honestly don't think about gang stalking like that at all, really. Besides making these videos nowadays. Because the harassment isn't as bad. So I'm like, I'm going to see a 666 plate. Driving up 95. Mind you, I'm in North Carolina. Within, I'm not even joking, 20 seconds of that thought, a car drives in the left lane. I'm in the far right lane. Car drives like 2 lanes over in the left lane. Virginia, 666 plate. Okay? So that happened again. So I'm driving, and I did the same thing. Like, I haven't seen a 666 plate. I'm not being gang stalked right now. Soon as I had that thought, I pull up and I see a Pennsylvania 666 Kia Telluride fucking SUV. And I'm talking, I'm not saying, oh, I had the thought yesterday and the next morning. Like, dude, they used to park 666 vehicles in front of my house. I have one from Texas. I had a Keck license plate. If you guys are familiar with my Keck gang stalking. So I had a neighbor that had a Keck license plate that right before I moved, changes his license plate to KHF instead of Keck. Then, like, one day, I was making live streams talking about the 666 tactic while I was new. This was in my old apartment. And the next day, they parked a Texas Spectrum, and I have the video on my hard drive here, Spectrum Texas Toyota Prius in North Carolina. The same day, there was a BMW that had Virginia plates that had 666 that was parked right in front of my window. So they're like parking this shit in front of my house. So it is real people doing it. But at the end of the fucking day, it does have to do a brain-computer interface manifestation in human experimentation. So, like, again, I'm just giving you the updates on mine. Like, I don't get directed energy. Like, I haven't gotten that in a long time. I haven't gotten the bed vibrations, which I think is specifically tied down to my bed. I feel like they implanted technology into my foam mattress, which does give an EMF reading. And I would get bed vibrations and stuff where my whole body would vibrate. Okay, so I read online that can naturally happen too, but it hasn't happened in any other bed besides the one that has an EMF reading. So I get the drones, but the drones, it looks like they have the drones nationwide. They have something planned with these drones. Like, they're in every, I believe, I may be wrong. Maybe they are setting up whole like Starlink systems because of me. I don't think so. I think that all these fake stars are like drones that can pop down and start surveilling people. So I think it has to do with nationwide. See, like, my output on gang stalking has changed as the tactics change, as I learned. I'm not gang stalking Dr. DeShillo. As I just said that, fucking my car has issues. I've been having a lot of car issues, like most targeted citizen. I had to spend a lot of money on my car, and now it's breaking again. It's happened. This is what they do. It's like you spend money, spend money, spend money. That's not how cars work, man. When you fix it, it should run for a little bit. It's not that you spend money, spend money, spend money, spend money. It's perfectly designed for you to fucking lose everything. Like, dude, this shit is real, man. Like, gang stalking Dr. De facto, he's not the worst. Okay, like, I don't have any hatred towards the guy, but he's starting to piss me off. He's becoming stale, and he's basically he's what I coin armchair target. Okay, like, he will listen to your testimony. He'll listen to like my testimony, and he'll just be like, "Oh, it's all demonic. It's all demonic." And I've seen a fucking demon. I don't know if I saw it and I was awake. Gosh, that guy was such a fucking lurker behind me. I don't know if I saw it and I was awake or what, but I want to say I had a dream of waking up in my bed. And I saw a red floating face, like a cartoonishly looking demonic devil mask, and it was floating over my bed, like 7 feet over my bed. Like, dude, they're trying to make my car break on my way to work. Every time I get a fucking new job, these people break my fucking car. It's financial sabotage. They do this shit every fucking time. that I fucking get a job, dude. But anyways, I saw the demon face floating. It was like, muahaha, 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 just like that. And I just like looked at it and I'm like, this is a dream or something. I went back to sleep. But I'm pretty sure it was real. But it could have been a dream that I woke up in my room. And I had this coin jar. It was a mason jar. And that shit just popped one day. Like I'm talking about a loud pop from the aluminum lid. So there is such thing as them. And it was just that one haunted apartment, basically. So I believe in like demonic possession and all that shit and all that stuff is real. And poltergeist. I believe in bad luck. I lived through it. This shit ain't no fucking bad luck, man. When someone's trying to stop you from making money at every fucking turn and destroy your fucking life so you never have money. So everyone acts like you're a fucking bum. Oh, you don't have a girlfriend? Oh, I'm praying for you to have a girlfriend, man. Why don't you have a girlfriend? Dude, I don't even have a fucking car. They break every car I had for 4 years. Think I'm making this shit up? Do you want fucking receipts? Like what, man? You fucking idiots don't fucking understand. Like, yes, dude. Even though I'm making comedy videos, I'm smiling like, dude, they won't let me have a fucking car. It's not made up. It's not, oh, you're just buying bad cars, man. You don't know anything about cars, man. Dude, you come home and all of your fluids are missing out of your car. Like all of your coolant's gone. There's no leaks or anything. It's fucking gang stalking, man. Like you don't even have to talk about this shit anymore. You just live with it. Oh, well, someone's going to key my car. Like, dude, I could show you a million key marks on this fucking car that I have to ignore for the sake of society, of soft-ass society. Oh, I don't want to believe it hurts my feelings. America would never do that. Dude, there's key marks all over my fucking car. That shit goes on. I don't even fucking talk about it anymore. It's never stopped. None of the tactics have ever stopped. I just stopped talking about it. I don't bring up, oh, well, in the 1930s, like, I'm sorry, I had a comment section person saying he was targeted for 37 years. And of course, he has no proof of that, no videos, no testimony of it. Not that I don't believe him. I mean, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. But when people say shit like that, like Gangstalking Dr. De Facto, it's like, bro, that shit was not going on in the 80s, bro. It just wasn't. Now, were there Satanists, occultists, and people getting fucked with in very different situations and things like that? Of course. Yeah, people might have been followed, might have been stalked, group stalked. But I'm talking about this government gang stalking program requires the internet. You need the internet to communicate this shit too. So that's what's going on, man. Let me read these comments. I have to get to work. Like that shit's crazy, dude. The car is working fine. As soon as I get to work, it starts fucking up. Like that's what happens. Like I can use multiple. I could hypothetically have 2 cars. It would fuck with both of the cars. I go out buy two new cars. It would fuck with 2 new cars. Dude, like it's a fucking program. It's a government program to take people fucking down. They'll never admit to it. It is actual government doing this shit. Sorry, the financial sabotage is not demonic. That's the government. The only person that wants to financially sabotage a broke ass black dude for 20 years is the government, is a fucking agency, is a fucking a group associated with the fucking laws that were passed. Like, come on, dude. Like, I'm not like, dog, no one's gonna sit there and watch someone. Well, he has 0 cars. We're gonna make sure he has -4 cars, and we're just gonna sit around and wait. That's not a fucking demon. The only person that can care about that type of shit. A demon's gonna fucking like ruin your life, give you cancer, fucking make your girl cheat on you. That's what demons do. A human is gonna sit and watch a black dude and like make sure he never has a car, fuck up all his clothes, slash his tires. That's what a fucking person would do that hates someone because they're in the physical realm. Like Gangstalking Dr. De Facto is a lying shill, dude. Just that simple. De Facto is a plant since a kit of his online personas targeting towards me. It's perception management. I mean, I still think he's an okay guy. I mean, he could be a normal fucking person that just doesn't think he's gang stalking is happening. Another shill's immaterial, man. You can just hear strongest boss. That's not him talking. That's someone sticking their hand up his ass. He's a shill. He has no agency, man. He keeps saying the same thing. Oh, gang stalking. I'm so bored of gang stalking. So why the fuck don't you leave? I want to make other content. I've already made other content. Like, I don't give a fuck. I'll delete my channel. Like, I just don't care about this shit, man. I don't have time to waste anymore because these people have sabotaged me so bad, dude. Like, I need to play catch up. Like, when you're a TI, man, like, people, oh, you have a little bit of money. Why don't you go party? Why don't you do? No, dude, you have to save every fucking penny, dog. Seriously, because they're gonna fucking sabotage everything, man. So yeah, I have to run in. Maybe you should look up Satanist Dr. Michael Kino. Is that why he's called Dr. De facto? Satanists love facts and deception. I think, I don't know. He may be, I think he's a real Christian. The thing that makes him a shill is just, he just says the gang stalking is not ran by people. That's just some demonic spirit. And like, it doesn't matter what you prove or what's happening in the physical realm. He just sticks to that. It's his talking point. He's a shill. That's his job. So he's a fake. If anything, he's probably out here to make money. Like, he's just a speaker that's here to make money that embellished his targeting. And he's a shill. I mean, he's putting his Cash App, his GoFundMe. Perps don't need to do that. And if they do that, it's to gather your intelligence. Your Cash App is linked to your phone number and name. So I believe you. They create bad luck, so it seems natural. I'm already brainwashed and programmed to expect sabotage, expect sabotage from targeting group. This is meant to look supernatural too. Yeah, I don't think it's always people doing it. You know, I think it's technology. And it might be people in invisibility, camouflage military suits too. But I have to run inside, man. I appreciate your comments, Mr. Nick. Mr. Tesla, you always have good comments, man. I don't know if you have videos. If you don't, you're one of the more better commenters. So appreciate you stopping by. You always have like good things to say. So I'm out of here, man. But yeah, Dr. De facto, I don't think he's a perp, but he's definitely a shill. I just think he's just trying to set up donations. That's it. All right.